Wrestling is hard, isn't it? I don't want you to think that at any stage in this video I'm going to be disrespecting anybody, because ultimately wrestling is really hard. But at the same time, it is a sport where things go wrong, and, you know, when they do, sometimes it's really funny. Not serious botches, of course, they're terrible, but the comedy ones, the slips and the slides and the pratfalls, I believe, is the technical term. You know exactly the ones I'm on about. So my name is Adam Cleary, and these are the 8 most infamous times wrestlers fell on their ass. Oh, and one slight problem with this is you do kind of need to sort of see these things happening, but we don't have that footage because it's really expensive, and we're not allowed to do things in the office anymore because of our insurance. So Phil here. Hi, Phil. Look, it's Phil. You're going to animate all these, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Or you're going to try to, because it's really hard, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so be kind. Anyway, let's get on with it. Number 8, Akim the African Dream. I'd never seen this one until I started doing this list. Akim the African Dream was a big fella, wasn't he? So big, you'd think it would be nearly impossible for him to slip backwards and fall somehow between the top and the middle rope. You'd think that, wouldn't you? But you'd be wrong. In a tag match with the big boss man against the mega powers of all people, he leans back into the ropes to deliver a splash, and for just 1 split second, the top rope ceases to exist for him, and he goes all the way backwards onto his ass. Number 7, Matt Hardy over the rope. In at number 7 on this list, but my all-time number 1 video clip that is made funnier by the addition of a noise is Matt Hardy's introduction on an episode of Superstars in 2010. No stranger to high-flying or acrobatics, you would assume that Matt Hardy's control and balance on the ropes would be above reproach. But again, you would be wrong. He pops one leg over, leans a little bit too far forward, and whoop. Number 6, Randy Orton whiffs an RKO. In at number 6 on this list, but my all-time number 1 video clip that is made funnier by the addition of a Looney Tunes banana skin noise. Yep, that one. Randy Orton absolutely airballs himself on an episode of Raw. Somewhere in the middle of a match that looks so messy, I'm not even going to bother to try and remember who was in it or what they were doing, Randy Orton takes a big long run up and attempts to break Chris Jericho's submission hold with his patented RKO. Unlucky for him though, as nobody appears to have told Chris Jericho, I've just watched it back there, and he absolutely bricks himself. Number 5, Sin Cara's day-to-day life. God love Sin Cara, the literal human embodiment of picking yourself up and dusting yourself off. Never mind all these kids running around in John Cena Never Give Up t-shirts. Just show your children compilation videos of Sin Cara failing time and time again. But what is my favourite Sin Cara-ism? Well, I could count them all in my head, but there simply aren't the hours in the day, the week, the month, or indeed the rest of my life. So let's just go with that really bizarre springboard somersault faceplant one. Yeah, not seen it? Saturday Morning Slam. Match versus Curtis actually throws the big man to the outside, and then for absolutely no discernible reason whatsoever attempts to hit a front flipping springboard backflip superhero landing thing, but instead he lands on his face. It's brilliant. Number 4, Batista and Cena. Hey, we're into the choice cuts now, aren't we, lads? And a spectacular tumble, so absolutely perfect. I am still convinced to this day that it was slightly intentional. The closing stages of the 2005 Royal Rumble, it's all come down to John Cena and Dave the Animal Batista. Batista, and somehow, despite Cena having 6 foot further to fall, they managed to hit the ground at the exact same time. Unreal, that. Ah, Gravity, my old nemesis, you do have your fun, don't you? But surely there was no way whatsoever that things could get worse that night than a botched Royal Rumble finish. You know what's coming. Number 3, Mr. McMahon's quads. It did get worse! Hey, what a shock. Absolutely irate, and by the way, I have zero doubt in my mind that reaction is 100% genuine. He definitely had a hotel room and a sex swing to be getting back to. That evening, Vince McMahon storms down to the ring to set things right and instead twats both his legs off the side of the ring apron and tears both of his quads. Suck a dick, Kevin Nash. Siri, what happens when you try to stand up when you've torn both of your quads?
You fall on your ass.
You fall on your ass, that's right. Number 2, Titus World Slide. Okay, so we've all seen this one very recently, I would imagine. So instead of me merely talking you back through something I'm sure you remember very vividly, here is the actual footage of myself and the rest of the gang watching it live. Enjoy.
Did he actually fall over? Did he fall over?
He fell over.
Everyone in the comments, tell us what the commentary was just saying about that.
They were just
We
laughing.
it was a running botch, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see.
Oh, they're showing you so horrible. They're so horrible.
And
Take a seat.
Titus all the way under. Titus, whoa,
That is horrible
He
to
meant
show.
to. Surely he meant to.
That is horrible. Don't let me your horrible thing.
Titus World Slide.
Number 1, the Shockmaster. Could it have been anything else? Absolutely no, it could not. Number 1 had to be the Shockmaster. Not even Titus O'Neil disappearing down into the soul realm with 18 different camera angles will ever top the debut of the Shockmaster. Oh, what a sliding doors moment that is. After doing the whole tugboat thing in WWF, he was set to get a big push in WCW, but what did he do? He fell face first through a paper wall like a f***ing prat. So, there you go, that's the most fun I've ever had making a video. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments below, and if you can remember any others. There were some really good ones I wanted to include. Shout them out in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I can't even. My name's been Adam Cleary. See you soon.